Welcome back to session 5 of Project Genesis. This time we are in beautiful Avon Beach in the Outer Banks. Last session we started talking about toxic relationships, and we started identifying some of the patterns that can be found in insecure relationships. Today we delve just a little bit deeper into the problematic communication styles many couples fall into from time to time. We learn how to recognize those patterns, and we learn to identify what they really mean so that we can improve how we engage with our friends, family, and partners. Here we are at Avon Beach, Outer Banks, North Carolina. It's a beautiful June day. Today we're going to talk about attachment issues in relationships. If you know me, you know one of my favorite pastimes is dancing. So let's talk about relationships in terms of a dance. When we dance, there is a lead and a follow. The lead has a move in mind that he or she wants to evoke from the follow. The lead cues their follow by initiating some sort of nonverbal gesture. The follow chooses whether to accept or resist this lead's request. When we have a strong connection with our dance partner, dancing feels fantastic. The lead is inspired by the follow and can grow as a dancer by feeling safe and confident in taking risks and trying new things. Similarly, the follow feels free to elaborate on the lead's request, allowing for more creativity, more originality, and more connection. So how does this relate to a relationship? It comes down to two things: attachment and communication. How we connect with each other represents how we feel about our safety, stability, and security in the world around us. And how we communicate represents the hidden messages we're trying to convey to each other. When our relationship dance has a solid foundation and close connection, intimacy feels fantastic. But when a relationship is built on distrust and insecurity, intimacy and closeness can feel terrifying. You may have thoughts like, he's going to leave me again. I'm never good enough. She's pulling away from me. What am I doing wrong? I'm not good enough for her. I'm unlovable. I'm better off alone. I keep messing this up. Do any of those sound familiar? If any of these statements sound familiar to you, stay tuned. These next videos are for you. Or just tune in anyway, because maybe at some point in your life you're going to need this information. There are some crabs creeping up, and I'm going to go try to capture them on camera. Where'd you go? So in order to understand how these negative communication patterns can be present in your relationship, we need to go back in time to some early attachment psychology. Based on our upbringing and our early examples of connecting with others, we acquire a way of attaching to other human beings. A person's attachment style has a major impact in how they relate and connect in adult relationships. If you have a secure attachment to your friends, family, and partners, you may agree with the following statement. I find it relatively easy for me to become emotionally close to others. My relationships have been warm, caring, and responsive. I feel accepted by others. I am comfortable depending on others and having others depend on me. If you have an anxious, preoccupied attachment to friends, family, and partners, you may resonate more with the following statements. I desperately long to connect emotionally with others, but I often find that others push me away or do not want to get as close as I need. I am afraid of being alone. I long for high levels of intimacy and responsiveness from my partners, and I am constantly seeking approval from them. I am uncomfortable being without a close relationship, but often feel as though I am unwanted or that others don't care for me as much as I care for them. The following statements may apply to those of you with a dismissive, avoidant attachment style. I prefer to not have close relationships or depend on anyone. People will only leave you, so it is best to be self-sufficient. I do not depend on others, and I do not want others depending on me. Any relationship I have had in the past have been too needy, and I have felt defensive. Anytime I have felt rejected, I shut down or distance myself from others. I do not want anyone knowing how I truly feel. If you have a fearful, avoidant, or disorganized attachment to your friends, family, and partners, the following statements might sound true to you. I long to be loved and comforted by others, but the thought of someone getting close is terrifying. I find it difficult to trust or rely on anyone. I feel frozen. I don't trust myself or what I feel because my past relationships have taught me I am bad or wrong. I am afraid of being hurt if I get too close. I am stuck. Oftentimes these fragmented internal experiences and fear-based perceptions of relationships are deeply rooted in trauma. And we will get to that in later videos, I promise. The good news is attachment styles can change and become healthier and more secure. My research on corrective interpersonal experiences have shown that we can actually rewire these deeply ingrained attachment styles so that we can interact, engage with each other in healthier ways, and feel safer in the world around us. So basically, yes, we are capable of overcoming these fears that have been ingrained in us over and over again by our toxic and unhealthy relationship and maybe sometimes abusive histories. Yes, you can find deep and meaningful connections with others that are grounding, safe, and inspiring. And understanding your attachment pattern is the first step that is needed in starting this process. The sun just came out, by the way. So this is what I want you to do for homework this week. I want you to be able to identify the attachment style you think fits with you the most. Number 1. Number 2, ask yourself the following questions. How do I know I am loved by my friends, family, and partners? What do they do to convey I have value? How did I learn to get my needs met in past relationships? How did I get the attention and affection I crave? Did it work? And how did my caretakers handle conflict? How do I handle conflict? Do I pursue the problem? Do I escape the problem? Do I shut down and freeze? I know these are a lot of questions, but knowing your personal responses to these questions will help with where we go next in our upcoming sessions. When we meet again, we are going to talk about how to handle conflict in a new way based on your individual attachment styles. See you next time.